If kangaroo is built like a box, no real difference between shoulders and waist, then even a shredded six-pack won't save it. Kangaroo will just look malnourished, not aesthetic. If kangaroo is carrying a lot of fat, then even with a ton of muscle underneath, kangaroo will look like an overripe pear. So what actually makes a physique look good? Not this, not that, this. The letter V. Kangaroo needs to build a V-taper. The target ratio is about 1.5 times. Shoulders 1.5 times wider than the waist. That's the golden number the ancient Greeks called the Adonis ratio. Kangaroo just calls it looks great with a shirt on or off. There are two ways to build the V. Make the top wider or make the middle smaller. Kangaroo does both. 3 targets here: side delts, front delts, and rear delts. Front delts get plenty of work from overhead presses, but if kangaroo is already doing a lot of bench pressing for chest, extra front delt work isn't really needed. They're already fatigued from all that pressing. So kangaroo shifts the focus to side delts, and especially rear delts. For side delts, kangaroo's go-to is cable lateral raises. A cable keeps tension on the muscle through the entire range of motion, while dumbbells go slack at the bottom of the movement. The cable pulls sideways so the muscle stays under load even at the bottom. Kangaroo does 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. Rear delts get skipped by a lot of animals, but they shouldn't be. Skip them and posture suffers. Kangaroo does reverse pec deck flies or face pulls, 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. A wide back makes the waist look smaller by contrast, even before kangaroo loses a single pound of fat. For this, kangaroo does pull-ups and lat pull-downs with a wide grip, thinking pull with the elbows, not pull with the hands, or the biceps end up doing all the work. 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. If kangaroo can't manage more than 8 pull-ups, lat pull-downs are the better substitute. Kangaroo also throws in rows for back thickness. A true V-taper is a V, not a barrel with handles sticking out the sides. Those are love handles. To reveal the shape, kangaroo needs to get under 15% body fat, though the real sweet spot is 10 to 12%. Going below 10% starts to get risky. Fat loss isn't magic. Fewer calories in than burned, and the fat comes off. Every trendy diet out there is really just a different way to eat less without losing your mind. The fastest route to 10% is consistency, and that includes consistently tracking calories. Kangaroo has to be honest about one thing: bone structure. Some kangaroos are born with a naturally wide frame and broad shoulders. They get the V faster. Others are born with narrower shoulders and wider hips. Genetics is the hand kangaroo is dealt, but that's no excuse to give up. Bones can't be changed, but muscle, especially the delts, makes a huge difference. A narrow-framed kangaroo with big delts and a tight waist can still look incredible. A wide-framed kangaroo who's out of shape and skips shoulder training still looks like nothing. So kangaroo shouldn't compare himself to some genetically gifted kangaroo online. Compare to kangaroo from a year ago. Grab a measuring tape and have a friend measure around the shoulders too. Old-school kangaroos from the golden era knew a trick modern kangaroos have forgotten: the stomach vacuum. It trains the deep core muscle, the transverse abdominis, which acts like a natural belt holding the gut in. Kangaroo breathes all the air out, then pulls the belly button back toward the spine and holds it, like trying to touch the spine from the inside. Hold for 15 to 20 seconds, a few rounds a day. Costs nothing, needs no equipment. Over a few weeks, this tightens the waist from the inside and improves how the midsection holds itself all day. It won't burn fat. Diet does that, but it makes the waist look pulled in and controlled, which is the whole point of the V-taper. Stand up straight. Kangaroo can have a great V-taper and still look like an overripe banana with bad posture. Shoulders back, chest tall, core braced, good posture, flares the lats and shrinks the waist for free. And if kangaroo does all of this, kangaroo will look in the mirror and say, "Wow, my ratio is bananas.